Hi, this is a very quick demo of the Justify workflow application that is part of SonarG and SonarC2. This is an application that allows you to route any data through the organization, and I'm going to give you an example using vulnerability management application. So in SonarC2 and in SonarG, you have an application called vulnerability management. It allows you to get information from various vulnerability scanners and then build a workflow around it to route it through the organization. So when I go into the Justify application, there are a whole bunch of default workflows that come with the system. One of them being vulnerability management. In SonarG, that's used for Guardium vulnerability assessment data, and in SonarC2 for any other tool. Um, so as a user, what I would see is I would see my events that I need to handle and whether they're assigned to me or assigned to somebody who works for me. And I can decide that I want to start working on it. And when I start to work on it, then I can make the transitions. I can close the case. I can reassign it to somebody. These are all user defined, um, as I'll show you, that you can tailor the actual workflow. You get all the information down below. You get the entire history of anybody who did anything. I can decide that I want to work on multiple items together, in which case I can see all the information here. Um, I can decide to add comments, attach files, etc. As the admin, I can configure what fields actually appear here, and I can configure the transitions. So for example, this is the workflow I have right now, but suppose that from an incident state, I don't want to push it back directly to the person. Instead, maybe it has to go through manager approval. So what I'll do is I'll add a transition. The transition will go, maybe it's going to be called approval, and it'll go from incident to a new state that's called request approval. And um, and then I have to decide what the assignment is. So I can assign it by user, by role. I can assign it within a hierarchy. I can assign it within a history, or pick the first or the last person who worked on it from a certain role in the history of this particular case. I can add custom fields, which the person would have to fill in order to make this transition. And when I'm done, um, okay, so let me pick history. And when I'm done, I now have another transition over here. Um, and this is how I build my workflow. And then in the permission tab, I decide who is able to do a pushback, who is able to do an approval, et cetera, et cetera. So this was a very quick demo. This is a very flexible system. You can route audit data, vulnerability data, sensitive data, discovery data, pretty much anything. It's all tracked. It's got a full history. You can add direct access for auditors, et cetera, et cetera. If you want to get more information, please visit jsonar.com or send an email to workflow@jsonar.com. Thank you.